Welcome to the 9 to 5 Coachpreneur Show. I'll just give you a quick summary of today's live for those who are watching on the replay. So literally what I'm going to talk about today is how to introduce your business on social media. Yes. So you've just launched your business or you intend on launching your business and you're thinking about what's the next step? How am I going to introduce it to social media? So that's what I'm going to be talking about. So if this sparks your interest, then definitely stay till the end and you can get lots and lots of tips on that, and let's get going. So welcome. My name is Joy. I'm an online business coach. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I still work in my 9 to 5 as well, and I'm passionate about helping women step into financial abundance and also start coaching businesses alongside their 9 to 5 so they can really sort of start to double or triple their income. So number one, what is the first thing that you need to do to be able to get out there and introduce your business on social media? Well, guys, guess what? You don't need a big announcement. That's the first thing. You do not need a big announcement. Now, this is something that I struggle with myself. When I was starting, I was like, oh my God, okay, yes, I'm starting a coaching business. How am I going to introduce it out there? I need to get out there and let people know I am open for business. But guess what? You do not need a big announcement. Yes, actually, you don't. The key thing is, and I'll talk about this in point 2, the key thing is really just committing to creating consistent content and being out there, right? So that's number one. And that leads me to number 2. Number 2 is commit to consistent content. By doing this, really, this kind of shows that you are serious about your business. This shows to other people that you are actually doing what you're meant to be doing. So committing to the consistent content is the process that will get you to the introduction of your business. It's so easy for people to feel like, oh yes, I have to send out this massive statement to people. And the truth of the matter is people don't really care. And I don't mean this in a bad way. What I mean is that especially when it comes to social media, they get on and they're literally just scrolling. They're not like, oh my God, let me see what's Lucy doing today. Oh, what did Lucy say? They probably didn't even see your post, right? They come on there on social media because they want to get entertainment. Maybe they go onto YouTube, they want to learn something, and then they're scrolling and they come against different posts of people they're following, right? So don't get hung up on, making a big announcement. The number one key thing, in my opinion, is committing to that consistent content, okay? Committing to that consistent content. So one day you might do a live stream, another day you might do a post, another day you might put a quote, something that's thought-provoking, right? So these are the things that will keep coming up on your feed and literally announce your business for you. People begin to notice you and say, hey, Joy actually does her live streams on a Friday. She does good content. That is what it's all about, right? So it's really showing up and committing to consistent content. Your content speaks for you. And I can certainly say this, that I know about this time, a lot of people are struggling and, talking about the algorithm and how difficult it is to get people, maybe to get followers on Instagram, for example, to get engagement on their posts, things like that. But let me just tell you is that I think you should just take a rest on that. If you're someone that's really struggling with that, the key thing is showing up consistently. That is the number one algorithm proof action that you can do. Seriously, right? Rather than trying to beat the algorithm and say, I'll do this tactic or I'll use that tactic, just commit consistently, show up. And then what you'll begin to see is that even if you're not being pushed up by the algorithm, people will start to take notice. And guess what? They'll start to search you up. They don't even need the algorithm to get them to you. They'll be like, oh yes, I know. I love her style and all of that. Like, let me check. They type in your name. Hey guys, what's better than that? People searching for you. So number 2, commit to consistent content. Now I'm going to share 5 tips, okay? The third step is to show up as your brand. Now, what do I mean when I say show up as your brand? Show up as your brand could mean 2 things, right? And I'm talking about both of them. One of them is obviously being the face of your brand, right? People want to know they're speaking to a human being. They're not speaking to a robot. They connect with people. It's something about you, something about the way you interact, what you've said, how it speaks to their pain points. They want to know that it's a person that's going to help them, right? So you need to honor that and show up as your authentic self. You are your brand, literally. Another thing as well, under the banner of showing up as your brand, is that, for example, show up as the person you say you are and you're teaching other people to be. What do I mean by that? For example, you might be a fitness coach. Then show up being fit, doing your exercise, if you're telling them about meal prep, Show up, on your lives, on your feed, on your stories, doing the thing that you're telling people to do. That is showing up as your brand. Another example is if you're a mindset coach, then show up as a mindset coach. Show up with thought-provoking topics. Go deep into those topics. Help people out. Help people to reveal that mindset, the mindset blocks that they have. Those are the results that your ideal clients are looking for. So number 3 is show up as your brand. There's nothing more powerful than showing up as your brand. Number 4, I would say, is definitely choose the platform, if it's Facebook or Instagram, and I want you to leverage the strength of the platform. So what do I mean by that? For example, you might be, if you're on Instagram, you know how Instagram, it's all about, the visuals, like the pictures and things like that. So what you need to do is, I think it's so important to be unique in your approach. So even if, yes, you're posting pictures, but if you're someone that also loves doing hooks and captions, by all means, you can do a long form post, put a nice picture of yourself, do a long form post, have your own style. If it's on Facebook, you could do reels, but then there should be something unique and particular to you, how you show up, so that people are like, you know what, I love the way Joy did her live the last time. She always talks about this or always talks about that. So put your spin on things, but leverage the strength of the platform, right? Because obviously, as you're working with the platform, it then appeals to people. So for example, it could be like the length of your videos, right? So your videos, for example, if maybe 7 or 8 second videos, I think now is trending for reels on Instagram, you could do that as well, but put your spin on it. Do something different. Let people know this is really, I love the style and it's different. And that is what will attract you, because it's all about showing up, attracting your ideal clients, and obviously helping them, getting results for your clients. That's really what it is, helping people. Okay, so that's number 4. Now, number 5 is really setting up your back office. Setting up your back office. This is the 5th point I wanted to share with you. What does that mean? Now, let me tell you. Now, I'm an advocate for action, taking action. I'm an advocate. I really believe that is where the magic happens. There's so many things that people get stuck in terms of, I need to perfect this website or this logo. They're doing a lot of things in the back end. But the first thing and foremost is for you to be visible and to be out there serving. I've always said that. If you followed me and you know my style, that is what I always say, and it's worked for me. But I think once you are putting into motion these things by showing up, being visible, speaking to your ideal clients, now what happens once this becomes to be effective, right? And people are like, okay, yes, this is amazing. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go and to work with you. There's certain things you need to have ready as a minimum. And that's what I mean by setting up your back office. Number 1, make sure your offer is ready to go. You know how you're going to help your ideal clients. You know what container that's going to look like. If it's one-to-one, a group program, you know how long it's going to take. You know what you're going to do in each step. Now, you don't have to have the full program, okay? But at least have that outline ready to go, ready to start, okay? That's one thing. Another thing is make sure you have something like a landing page, right? A landing page so that if someone says, hey, I listened to your live the other day and I really want that offer, I want that intensive or whatever, you're good to go. You have your link, they click on it, they get on your landing page, and straight away takes them to the payment section and they've paid, and that's it. Also, make sure you have, if you can, try and make sure you're starting to build your email list. Your email list is super, super important. So you could link that on your landing page, of course. Have all of those things set up, because what happens is that people just may go out there, full momentum, trails blazing, ready to go. And then people are like, you know what, how do I work with you? Or, how do I get this offer you've talked about? And, you find yourself not being effective and efficient. You'll then realize that, oh my goodness, I'm not getting the result I want to get. I'm showing up, I'm doing everything I want to do. But of course you're not, because there are holes in your process. So I think as a minimum, you need to have these things set up. I'm just going to quickly run through the 5 points. Again, just to recap, we are talking today on how you can introduce your business on social media. I talked about point 1, you do not need a big announcement. This is where a lot of people get tripped up in thinking they need to craft something. But what I've said is that even if it takes you 3 months to craft the perfect caption, to have that perfect website ready, not a lot of people will even may respond to it. You may not get the likes and clicks you're looking for. And that could be discouraging. So which is why I say the best way to do is you don't need a big announcement. You need to go straight to point 2, which I mentioned, which is committing to consistent content. Committing to consistent content, because that is what will get you out there, get your thing, what you do out there to your ideal clients, and they will begin to take notice. So consistency is super, super important. Okay. And that is how I myself, I didn't go through a massive launch. In fact, when people are talking, getting all stressed out about, oh my God, I need to launch and do all this. I'm like, what are you talking about? I just like showed up. I showed up and started building. So yeah, I just literally just showed up. I obviously had my offer. I had all my back office set up, like I mentioned in point 5, but I went out there and I committed. So committing to consistent content is number 2. Number 3 is showing up as your brand. And by showing as your brand, what I talked about was, yes, being the face of your brand, but also doing the thing that you are telling others to do. I think that's really important. You can't be saying one thing and be doing something else. Okay, so if you're fitness goals, like I mentioned, if you're into health and fitness, show up healthy and fit. Basically, do the thing you said you're doing and show people the process, because it is in the process then you get people to buy into you and to believe. It's the know, like, and trust factor as well. They're seeing you doing the do, right? That's pretty much it. Okay, so number 3, show up as your brand. Number 4 is leveraging the strength of the platform you're showing up on, like I said, but putting your spin on it, okay? That is really what differentiates you. If you're someone that's very visual, if you love videos, I love videos for several reasons, right? Because 1, I am very busy. Like obviously I've told you, I've got kids, I've got my day job. So I love videos. You come on, you speak, you engage with people, people see you, people know you, that's it, done. So I am one for videos. But if you're not one for a lot of videos, obviously content, there's so many different kinds of content. Leverage the strength of reels on Instagram, for example. That is really critical. And then I talked about setting up your back office. Now, this doesn't have to be something massive like, getting that perfect website. I absolutely love, I've only ever used landing pages, right? In my coaching business, I've never really gone into I'm not saying there's anything wrong with websites. It has its time and place. But I think when you're just starting, just so you don't get tripped up, I love landing pages. Simple, quick, have that set up so you can start growing your email list, so you can start taking payments. So once you're showing up committed, putting out consistent content, people then are like, okay, this is how I can get to you. It's an easy click. They can pay you whatever offer it is that you've put out there. They can join your email list and then they can get to know you more by being nurtured by your email sequence. Okay, so guys, these are the 5 tips I had for you on how to basically introduce your business on social media. And I hope it's been super helpful to you. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for joining this live. I will be back in again. And if you're watching this replay, definitely let me know, what platform are you planning on introducing your business to? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it YouTube? Put it in the comment section below. And if it's something that you really need help with, then I have an offer in which I have an intensive, and it's all about the 30-day visibility plan. Now, this is a 30-day visibility plan where I will sit with you one-on-one. We will craft the content you need. I will give you a structured plan on how you can show up on social media to introduce your business. And as a bonus, what I'll be doing, if you grab this intensive as a bonus, I will help you to craft your offer as well. I will help you to determine who your ideal clients are, and you will get this launch plan as well. So if this is something that you need help with and you're interested in it, definitely send me a DM, put a comment in the chat, let me know, tag it as visibility, let the comment be visibility so I know that's what you're interested in, and I'll be more than happy to give you, if you want to find out more details about it, I'll be more than happy to share that with you. So definitely let me know. So guys, that's all I came to say. Hope you had an amazing day today. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to be I did this live this weekend. I normally do it on Fridays, 6 p.m. British Standard Time, but I was off on Friday and I went to the spa. So good reason, right? So yeah, I showed up today, but next week I'll be back Friday, which is my usual time, British Standard Time, for the 9 to 5 Coachpreneur Show as usual. Take care, guys. Have an amazing weekend. Bye.